Welcome to the latest Market Monitor. We're taking a look at January stats, taking a look at year over year, 2023 to 2022. Trends continuing with increased home prices, at least around this part of Hudson County, even though transaction volume is way down. So we're going to be looking at Hoboken, downtown Jersey City, the Heights, Journal Square, and then we're going to take a really close look at Hoboken and just see what's changed exactly. But I invite you, as always, to please subscribe to this channel. I put these videos out weekly or bi-weekly, taking a look at local housing stats, national trends, and everything in between. And if you did not get my email last week or recently with all of the January stats or the year-end stats, or you like having this stuff in your email and you don't get it already, please let me know. Contact me via email. Find me on my social media on Instagram at Bryce Says. However you can, let me know. Just drop me your email and I can give you the stuff straight into your inbox. And you have direct access to it as well. So you can look at all these stats on your own time. And I will share with you here what that looks like if you don't have access already. You can literally look at every single town in New Jersey and see what's going on month by month, quarter by quarter, and year over year. So if you haven't seen it already, this is what it looks like for Jersey City. But if I go back into a folder, we have monthly reports by county. If you go back even further, so these are monthly reports by year going back to 2021. You can go in here. Also, there are in Jersey City full year reports, monthly reports, and quarterly reports. So please, go nuts. You have full access to this. And if you want access to it and you don't already, let me know. I'd be happy to give it to you. So I've already pulled a few of these open here. Let's take a look real quick at downtown Jersey City. So this is January 2023 compared to the year prior. 46% decreased sales, 11% increase in days on market, almost 20% increase in average sale price, and 49% increase in median sales price. Let's unpack that a little bit. So we want to take a look and divide or segment houses, which is basically single family houses, and then condos. So different stories here, obviously. This is a trend that we see here in Hoboken as well, where the average sale price of your condo that closed recently in Jersey City, downtown, and Hoboken has gone up about $200,000 in the past year or so. For a very long time, we would hold steady at about $700,000, $735,000, somewhere around there. And this has really come up. And what's important to keep in mind here, and don't read too much into this, it's not like everything is more expensive. It's just the things that sell quickest and most often are very move-in ready, luxury buildings, most often, really big 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, even 4 bedroom apartments that are really kind of like, the cream of the crop in this market, turnkey properties that are selling very quickly right now. But if you are looking for something a little bit more affordable, maybe more entry level, there are definitely opportunities in the market in downtown Jersey City and Hoboken to take advantage of things that are cheaper. So don't let this scare you off, but it is very impressive. If that's what you're looking for, that's the property you have and you're thinking about moving this year, it is a great time to do so. The market is very strong for very nice properties in our area. Let's continue on to the Heights. A little bit more tame here. Smaller deltas. 4% decrease in total volume of sales, a little bit of decrease in price, average sale price, but an increase in median. So houses, single family houses, a lot of these are very old, decrepit houses that are getting turned into condos or renovated or completely flattened. But this sale price has been going up. A year ago it was at $560,000. Now it's at $650,000. So almost $100,000 difference there. So just having land, having a property of any sort in the Heights is still very valuable. But condos here, this is kind of a similar trend that I've been seeing for the past couple of months. If you've been watching these videos, condos, there's just a lot of them, especially new construction in the Heights, anything from 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, even 4 bedroom. If you're looking for a nice new construction, still close to Hoboken and Jersey City with a decent commute to the city, there's a lot to choose from up there. And we've seen prices, go up a lot in the past couple of years from, I'd see the average like 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom Bayonne box go from like $600,000 price range to 7 to like 8. But there's just so much to choose from right now. You can get new construction or completely renovated, not new construction, for a pretty reasonable price compared to what they have been recently. So if you're in the market there, or if that's a consideration for you moving, we should definitely take a look. There's lots to choose from. Those are my takeaways for the Heights. Journal Square has seen a little bit of decrease in activity kind of across the board here. So not a lot of single family house sales, 4 last month compared to 7 the year before. But those are still, the sale price there increasing. But condos, when a year ago, when it was very affordable, this is a very speculative market. There's a lot being developed in this area, but a lot of the people that were buying smaller condos, it was an investment property, income producing home. And as interest rates have gone up, it's become less affordable. So even though the number of sales has gone down slightly, 22%, but that's basically 18 to 14, that average sale price went from 441 to 335. So the stuff that's getting picked up are really kind of the most affordable places. And it's really hard. Well, maybe not really hard, but with increasing interest rates, people buying investment properties aren't maybe necessarily seeing a immediate cash return or cash flow positive, but that shouldn't, if you're looking for something like that, necessarily rule you out of the market. There are a few things that you can rely on here, and even breaking even or having a couple $100s where you're losing money or like paying for this out of your pocket. There's several tax benefits that you can take advantage of there. And then, if you buy something at a decent price, because right now there's quite a few like 1 and 2-bedroom apartments in Journal Square that have been on the market for a while that you could pick up at a negotiated price. And, in a couple months, or definitely in a couple years, as interest rates go back down, you can refinance and make that much more affordable and actually get that even more cash flow positive, or there's going to be a lot more buyers in the market. That speculative market is going to pick back up. There's going to be a lot more investors looking at that, and you could potentially sell that for a profit as well. Not to mention, rents around that area are pretty steadily going up year over year. So let's cruise over to Hoboken before I get too long-winded, but I'm always happy to jump into any one of these with you guys and talk about it individually. So I invite you to do that if I'm going through this too quick. And again, get yourself some access to this if you don't already. But look at this. Hoboken, 55% decrease in sale volume compared to last year. No change in days on market. Small decrease in average sale price, but that's overall. And a 10% increase in median sales price. So I think a big reason for this, delta here is right here in these single family houses. So January or last month, there were 6 single family home sales with an average price of $1.7 million. Whereas last year, the average sale price of the 2 that sold was much higher at, $2.47 million. And I'm going to take you over there to take a look at that. So don't read too much into that. But similar story that we saw in downtown Jersey City here for condos, that average sale price still really high. So January last year was $960. Right now, still $813. And I can't remember specifically off the top of my head, but that's really out of 26 sales. But in December and November, just 2 and 3 months ago, that average sale price was over $900,000. So this has a lot to do with just what is selling, but still compared to what our normal was for several years, at least after the pandemic, even pre-pandemic, it was for a very long time, right between $700,000 and $750,000. So this is still increased, although slightly down from last month. But same story, if you're looking for something affordable, just like I said before, there's stuff out there. It's just the things that are going high and fast. And I've known of several here just in the past couple of weeks, even a few selling off market, like 3 and 4 bedroom places gone in less than a week. They come on Wednesday, Thursday, ton of showings and an open house, and you have like 5 offers before the end of the weekend. So be prepared to act fast if you're getting into the market. And I do have strategies for that as well. The big secret is a full credit approval. We can talk about that, but that is a huge advantage to you as a buyer, especially in a multiple offer market, to stand out head and shoulders above the rest of the competition. So if you want to talk about that, hit me up about that as well. So let's take a look at this, though. I really kind of want to break this down because this is an interesting stat, but I want to show you exactly what you're looking at here. So I pulled these up. So last year in January, the 2 places that sold that you see here with an average of $2.47 million, it was literally because it was 809 Hudson for over $3 million. And then this nicely well done, but not nearly as big place on 7th Street, 210 7th that sold as well. So like huge delta between those numbers. They took the average, obviously 2.4, but 809 Hudson, if you've ever walked past this property, even seen it, it's, a monolith kind of by itself, detached on both sides at 8th and Hudson here, on the high end of the street or the high end of the hill. This place used to be a horror house a few years ago. Like every room was from a different era and none of them were in the past century. Really scary finished basement. But I've seen people, doing some work here. They improved the basement. So good to see this thing actually finally, sell and get some value here at over 3.175 million. But then compared to 210 7th, John did this one. This is pretty cool property. I just want to say real quick. So this is kind of an example of what you can do post Sandy if you completely renovate a brownstone, because you can't really have living space in the basement anymore because of flooding rules, but you can add this place on the top. You can add a level on the top. So that's exactly what they did. You can get a nice place. So another thing I want to show you here, and this trend is that holds true in just this past month. Average sale price here. Look, if you have a single family house in Hoboken, it's really hard to bust above that $2 million price point if you have 3 bedrooms or less. Even some of these, 1030 Park, really nice places, very well done, really nice finishes, interior. You got a backyard, a deck and everything. Really hard to bust above that $2 million price point. In Hoboken, at least, for something that has 3 bedrooms or less. But then if you get onto Washington Street, and I think the only thing that probably held this back from selling even more or even closer to this asking price of 2.475, and closed at 2.3, is literally that it was just on Washington. I mean, if this were on Bloomfield Street, it would have been more for sure. But very nice house here, 5 bedrooms. So just want to point out the difference here. I don't want to get too into the weeds, but out of these 7 sales, like this average of 1.7 is pretty reasonable compared to, the average of these 2 that sold, just because it's skewed because of that, big heavy sale on Hudson Street. So don't read too much into this. If I'm going through these numbers at any point, you subscribe to my videos, like I hope you do. And you have questions about this, you're getting turned off, like you really got to take it into context. I'm always happy to, meet up or talk to you over the phone about what is actually out there. Don't let these numbers scare you off at all. But, having knowledge is always power. So that is this week's Market Monitor. Thanks for tuning in, going over January's numbers. Looking forward to connecting with each and every one of you. As always, please drop me a like, subscribe so you can see the next one come out. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.